Jeff Heavey with Convivial Catering, and today I'm going to show you how to make a great white chili. We're going to use as the protein, we're going to use turkey. We have red and green bell peppers. We have some jalapenos. We got some chicken broth we're going to utilize. We have two different kinds of beans. We have a white navy bean and some pinto beans, and then we have some red onions and garlic and cilantro and some cumin and some chili powder. The first thing we need to do in order to get some depth and some thickness to the chili, because sometimes what happens is you'll get a watery chili. Usually with red chili you're going to be using tomato paste, which adds some body and some thickness. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're actually going to saute the three peppers, some garlic, some onion, and some of the chicken broth, and then we're going to add some of the white navy beans, and then we're going to blend that up, and that's going to help add some base and some thickness to the chili. We're going to use some just some neutral canola oil. Get that pan up to temperature, and we're going to saute some of these red onions. Here, a little sizzle. Get going, guys. Heat it up. Then we're going to add some of the jalapenos, and the amount of jalapenos that you utilize is kind of up to you and how much heat that you want in your chili. The other thing to think about when you're using jalapenos is the seeds are actually the hottest part of the jalapeno. All the capsaicin gets sucked into or driven into the seeds, and that's where all the heat is. So if you like it really hot, leave the seeds in. If you don't like it as hot, take the seeds out. So we're going to throw some jalapenos in there. Do not rub your eyes after you grab the jalapenos, because that'll make you rather uncomfortable. Then we add some of the green bell peppers. Then we're going to add some of these beautiful red bell peppers. Of course, you always want to season as you go along, so we're going to add a little salt, a little crushed pepper. We're going to add some of the cumin. And then we're going to add some of this. This is a light California chili pepper blend. Going to add some of that. And we're just going to let that cook down a little bit, and once we get a little bit of saute on that, then we're going to add some of the chicken broth and some of the white navy beans. And that's just going to take a minute. Here we have some of our chicken broth, so we're going to add that in. And we're just going to let that go for a couple minutes. So our pepper mixture and chicken stock has been cooking away here. What we're going to do is add our white navy beans. And then what we're going to do is actually put that into the food processor. So we'll mix it up a little bit with our trusty spoon here. Mix that up a little bit. Turn that off. We're going to take it over to the food processor. In the interim, we're going to get our big pan on to saute the rest of the ingredients that are going to go into the white chili. So let's blend that up. Just going to place that into our food processor. Try not to make too big of a mess. And let's see. There we go. And then we'll just hit the switch and just blend this up. Let's see here. And then once we saute everything else up, which I'm going to start to do right now, then we'll reincorporate that back into the chili. So let's take some neutral oil. We'll take a nice canola oil, and then we'll saute up our peppers and garlic and our ground turkey. So we'll start with some onion. We'll get some peppers going. I'll get some jalapenos going. Then we'll get a little bit of the garlic going. A little or a lot. I'm going to go with a lot. And then we're just going to saute that up quickly, get that to soften up a little bit, and then we're going to add our ground turkey. So that's just a nice pepper blend that we have right there that's sauteing up nicely. We're going to add our ground turkey. And we're going to wash our hands quickly. And then we're going to add our salt, pepper, and the rest of the cumin and the chili powder to that. A little bit of salt. A little bit of coarse ground pepper. And we're just going to stir that up and let that cook. Have some of our white navy beans. And then we have our pinto beans. And then we'll add the remainder of the chicken broth. We're just going to let that cook for a little bit. Once that cooks down a little bit, then we're going to reincorporate our blended pepper and bean mixture. So our chili has been cooking for some time now, and what we're going to do is reincorporate the bean and pepper mixture to give it some body and some thickness. Just stir that around. Beautiful. And now there's a couple of different ways you could serve this. You could serve this just in a bowl and then garnish it with some chips or some cheese. Today I figured we could do it where you could do your own nachos. So I have out some tortilla chips, some blended Mexican cheeses, some scallions, some fresh salsa, some sour cream, some cilantro, and a little tapatio if anybody wants to heat it up a little bit. So we'll just take some of our chips. Beautiful white turkey chili. That on there. Throw the cheese on first so the cheese melts a little bit. Then we'll add some of our scallions or green onions. Add a little bit of our sour cream, or a lot, depending upon how you're feeling. Add a little bit of our salsa. And then finish it with a little fresh cilantro. So there we have our white turkey chili, and to finish it and present it, I made some self-service nachos. I'm Jeff Heavey with Convivial Catering, and eat, drink, and be merry.